Here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada at CES 2025. Everyone here is so excited. There's thousands of people pouring in the doors behind me here, and I can't wait to bring it out to you. At CES 2025. The crowd is spilling into the central hall here. We're going to take a look at some of the automotive innovations and technology, as well as a whole bunch of other incredible technology that you haven't seen yet. You're going to see for the first time. I'm here in the Honda booth, and they have recently unveiled not only a new vehicle, but a completely new brand known as Honda Zero. Behind me is a really cool model, all electric, called the Saloon. And so not only has Honda unveiled the Saloon, the 4-passenger, very low-slung aerodynamic sedan, but behind me we have the Honda Zero SUV. Now, the staff here told me that Honda hasn't exactly determined what the name of this unit's going to be, and then it may evolve a little bit over time by the time that it reaches production, but certainly this is a prototype that is production intent. It gives you a very good idea of the design language of Honda moving forward. We are here in the Hyundai Mobis booth, and they've got some incredible innovative technology that they are working on with heads-up display, multiple panels, like big displays, some that are only available for the driver and others that are available for the passenger, that are actually showing multimedia on the windshield. So kind of the lower third of the windshield, kind of like augmented reality. This is the Human Touch booth. Now, this is not something I would normally cover, but man, it's actually pretty wild. I mean, look at all these pods. These people are enjoying a deep tissue massage. It massages everything, like your feet, your ankles, your back, your sides. This is like something out of the Matrix. So we're here at the Zoox booth, the autonomous robotaxi. This is a purpose-built robotaxi, really cool unit. It's got a room for about 6 people, kind of facing each other inside, with bevel opening doors on the side there. This has 4-wheel steering, which makes it super maneuverable in urban settings. What's really cool though is that I just spoke to some of the staff here, and it looks like Zoox, actually right now they're doing some silent testing in Austin, Texas, but I may be getting one of the first rides in Austin. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you've got notifications turned on to get the heads up on that video. I'm here in the Amazon booth at CES, and behind me here, you notice the words Amazon Autos, and wouldn't you believe it, the company that you started ordering books from so many years ago is now an automotive marketplace. This is big news if you're a car dealership, because the game is changing when the big boys hop in the ring. Amazon Autos is not only doing new cars, but also is going to be doing used cars as well. An entire purchase opportunity done online, simply from your phone, right through the app. We have a huge amount of adjustments and changes coming to automotive industry. And behind me here, you can see that Amazon has stated a more seamless car buying experience. And what does that say to you? Well, that says that we are going to streamline the entire process of purchasing your vehicle. No more, I got to go see the manager and back and forth and nonsense like that. We've already seen that Hyundai has already embraced Amazon's platform for purchasing new vehicles, and this is only going to grow in time. We've got Amazon here down at CES, exciting things happening, and you're gonna wanna see what comes next. This is super cool. This is the world's first fully transparent OLED TV here from LG at CES 2025. This has gotta be one of the coolest things of the show. Guys, we're gonna go check out Steve Aoki is DJing here at CES.
On n'a pas besoin de raison quand on a l'héroïne.
So definitely this year at CES, smart glasses. Smart glasses is a huge thing. In this hall here, they're everywhere. It seems every brand is coming out with their own version of smart glasses. You hear that music in the background, that's Steve Aoki just slaying it in the DJ booth over in Panasonic. But it's just like, make your ears bleed loud. So we're doing the show over here. It's a vibe down here. Okay guys, you like big TVs? Check out this bad boy. 163 inches micro LED. Holy smokes. It's just colossal. Like, it's taller than me. It's like a garage door. All right, guys, this is a QLED monitor here. We're gonna give it a try on this racing game. Let's see how I do. All right, look at this rig. This rig's crazy. Okay, we ready to go? So just
to reverse.
Okay.
2 on the left to reverse. This on your forward gears.
Okay. Here. Okay. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm gone! I'm done! I'm toast! I'm toast! I'm toast! Woo! Oh, we bumped the wall! We bumped the wall. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We'll bang it through the gears. All right, I think I got the hang of it. That was really fun, guys. QLED's the way to go. Here's another example of smart glasses. Another company doing smart eyewear. This seems to be the strongest trend in. Probably at CES, I would say I've seen more kind of wearable technology, but specifically eyewear. Eyewear seems to be the focus this year at CES. Well, it wouldn't be CES without visiting Sony and checking out the latest PlayStation. Let's go have a look. This is that new controller everybody's been loving. Oh, haptic feedback is crazy. Right on. There we go, baby. I'm not much of a gamer, but man, my boys are. They would crush with this thing. These are pretty cool, guys. These are thermal imaging cameras. Very cool. You want to see at night? You want to see what's going on? Awesome. That's us right there. What's up, everybody?
As customers are shopping, they can pick up a product. As that product
Okay, so this is not made for big dudes, but I'm in here. And if you want to be in here, you'll find a way. He's warm. Well, it is super windy out here. We're outside at CES, and behind me is the Lightship RV. This thing is a state-of-the-art travel trailer that includes some crazy, amazing, innovative technologies. Now, I grew up in trailers. My grandparents had an Airstream. We used to go down to Florida, drive the I-75, to go camping all over the place. And this is exciting to see because this is the representation of the next generation of RVing, of glamping, as you will. This is so cool. The whole top of this unit lowers down for aerodynamic travel. It's got some really innovative features, like a crazy amount of solar power built into it, and some really exciting new tech that the industry hasn't really seen. I mean, RVing and camping trailers had some great innovation all through the 60s and 70s. We saw those little bowlers. We saw the advent of Airstream and Argosy and a whole bunch of others that kind of built unique designs, and then it kind of fell apart. Everybody was just like through the 80s and 90s building bricks, these giant bricks that were just no efficiency, really lack of aesthetic and design. And so this is exciting to see, and I just spoke with the staff here, and it looks like I'm going to be making a trip up to Colorado to give you guys a tour. So make sure that you're subscribed because that video is not too far away. Well, guys, if you want to see something really cool, check this out. This is Aptera, a three-wheeled electric vehicle that has got some crazy features, including they're actually the very first company to integrate Tesla's NACS charging standard on a vehicle, which is really cool. These guys are working on getting this thing to production. It has some really cool performance specs. It looks amazing. It's like a, I don't know, it almost looks like a flying car. It's really cool. Look at the solar all the way up on the roof, across the back deck, large amount of storage. In fact, this kind of reminds me of the Tesla Cybercab a little bit, the way this opens up. It's pretty cool. Big subwoofer in there, sound system, lots of room for luggage, two-seater. It's got two wheels on the front here, signal lights built right into the fenders. Those are pretty cool. I love how they float out there with the suspension, A-arms coming out of the front end. Really, really cool. It's almost like an Indy car in a way on the front end, kind of Plymouth Prowler vibes there as well. Yoke steering wheel, looks really happy too. It's got like a happy face, that's kind of sweet. Two displays, a center display as well as a driver's display. We've got some cup holders here, center armrest with pass-through storage as well, and all kinds of little cubbies. It looks actually really comfortable. I like those seats. So this is Aptera, guys. Just a really unique vehicle that is extremely efficient. to get around, and it recharges itself while it's parked just sitting there. So how cool is that? Everybody's kind of swarming around this thing. It's so unique, and I'm looking forward to the day that we can get these things on the road. So wishing Aptera all the best. Well, here we are, guys, at CES. We've got a Cybertruck here that's not just wrapped, but it's actually enveloped in solar panels. This entire truck here has these innovative panels that are able to fold to the contours of the body, down the side of the truck, across the hood, and even around the back on the tailgate, so that this truck can recharge itself while it just sits there in the parking lot. This unique innovation is brought to you by a company called Sunflare, and it's a little peek into the future of what could be possible with vehicles, electric vehicles specifically, down the road. Imagine that you just park your car and it refuels itself while you're stopped at the shopping mall, or while you're parked at work and you get back in the car, and maybe you don't get a full charge, but hey, even if you get 30, 40 miles, I mean, that is incredible. Or you're off-grid camping and you're able to replenish your power supply for your campsite or the energy you need to get in or out of the wilderness. I mean, the options are endless, and it's exciting to see some of these new technologies really take flight and improve and grow into something that can actually be tangibly used and make sense in day-to-day life. Here in the afeela booth, we're going to take a look at the brainchild of Honda and Sony. They partnered together and come up with this vehicle called the afeela 1. This is the afeela 1. Now, it's got kind of subdued lines to it. It's got a snub nose, kind of a blunt nose on the front, aero wheels. This is an all-electric vehicle built with autonomy in mind. If you look at the top of the windshield there, right along the roof line, you'll notice 3 bumps, 2 smaller ones on the outermost portions and a large, wider one on the middle. And those are LiDAR, and they are camera arrays for the self-driving technology that's being developed by Honda and Sony together. Notice down in the bottom of the front fascia, you'll see that there is a camera lens there. And the other thing that I just noticed right now is you can kind of see the ultrasonic pucks in the bumper. So those are painted body color, and if you didn't look closely, you wouldn't see them, but that's something that, that Tesla has actually eliminated completely. They've gone to full vision, but it looks like the afeela 1 is relying on some ultrasonic sonar in addition to the LiDAR up top, and looks like it has a pretty thorough array of sensors. Not a bad looking car. I actually don't mind the look of it. The back end, now if you see the white one in the distance there, it's kind of giving me Lucid Air vibes a little bit, but it's definitely a much better looking car than what Sony had unveiled here a couple of years back. I don't mind this car, actually. I really don't. It really has Lucid vibes, though. Honestly, like if you didn't tell me that this was a partnership of Honda, Sony, and Lucid, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I could buy that. So it's kind of interesting, the design cues. Definitely got Honda in the front headlights. Like I see Accord there very blatantly. That's definitely Honda looking. There it is, guys, the afeela 1. They've got it in this kind of Nardo gray, which is nice. The front logo lights up LED. That's pretty cool. And it's got nice lines. I actually don't mind it. Here it is in white. We're just gonna zip down the side here. This is kind of a silvery white. Pearl, I guess. Yeah, it's really kind of nice looking. It'll just be interesting to see what they end up doing with it. One of the cool things that I've noticed here is they are using a yoke steering wheel. Look at the image there displayed. Very similar to what's in my Model S Plaid, actually. It's interesting to see what Legacy Auto is doing right now. Honda has a lot on their plate. They have recently begun to enter into the acquiring of Nissan and Mitsubishi. And they're partnering with Sony. So these guys are kind of like trying everything. They're just throwing everything out there and seeing what sticks, because they're realizing that times are changing real fast. They've got crazy competition coming out of China. They've got Tesla way out in front, and they're trying to play catch up. So it's going to be interesting to see where things end up once the dust settles. Guys, this is Zeekr. This is an upcoming brand making electric vehicles based out of China, and the vehicle behind me is an unbelievable 1,300 horsepower. The one beyond it actually has no B-pillar. It's got double sliding doors that open up. Zeekr's doing some really exciting and innovative things in the automotive world, and I'm sure you're gonna see them here in North America in the not too distant future. Yeah, these legacy car companies, man, they gotta look out. Behind me here is the Zeekr Mix. This is a really cool kind of urban transporter minivan type of vehicle. And one of the really funky things that caught my eye was that the driver door opens like at 90 degrees, like a traditional automotive door. But look at the passenger door. It's a sliding minivan door that comes to the front of the vehicle. Well, let me show you what that does. So they've got two sliding doors, one on the front that goes towards the front of the vehicle and another on the back. But look at this, there's no B-pillar. So look at the ingress egress ease of this Zeekr Mix. It's really, really cool. Now on top of that really funky feature, all the seats, including the front two seats, so the driver and passenger, swivel 180 degrees. So you're able to use, for the first time in a vehicle, up to 93% of the interior passenger space. Look at that. Look at that. So the steering wheel is tucked right up behind the driver here. Kind of see it just over this gentleman's shoulder. Right now, this vehicle here is rated at, I guess, level 3 autonomy, but they do have plans to make this type of vehicle fully autonomous, so you can literally cruise down the road with everybody just kind of having a conversation, having a coffee, relaxing. I mean, this is a really cool, I don't know, I kind of like this. I can see road trips being something super comfortable. I mean, look at this. You got like a little table, armrest, cup holders. You can just sit there, sip your latte, have a great conversation with your passengers while the vehicle takes you to your destination. What's really wild is that this vehicle is in production right now. It's been in production for 2 months over in China. Who knows when we'll see it here in North America. This is my first year at CES, and they told me this place was big. They didn't tell me that it was absolutely gigantic, and it's multiple gigantic buildings all together. Yeah. Anyways, we're just digging into this. I'm excited. I've seen some pretty wild stuff already, so let's see what comes next. Well, I don't know if any of you know, but long before I was doing YouTube and before I was involved in the automotive industry, I worked in heavy equipment. And behind me here is Caterpillar, and they have pioneered some incredible new technology. Check this out, guys. Look at this control center here. They are running a remote excavator on a job site miles and miles away with these controls here, with these displays. Look at this. It's like it's a real life video game, but you're able to put an operator in a machine so that they're not in harm's way in a high risk area. You don't have to have that human element in there, but you can still get that human precision through cameras and just incredible technology here. Very precise, high-powered compute, so that there's very low latency, all kinds of safety systems built in. But this system is really, really cool. I mean, this is just changing the game for heavy equipment and equipment operation. It's called Cat Command. What do you guys think? Should I give Cat Command a try? I think I will. So we're here at Cat Command, and I'm going to be running an excavator, doing a little bit of digging in another state over. I'm in Nevada right now, in Las Vegas, and we're going to be digging whereabouts in Arizona?
Arizona, yeah.
Arizona, wow. All right, let's try it out.
Perfect, my friend.
All right.
So basically...
So it's cat controls,
cat
not deer?
controls. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
You can switch it on the fly in the cab, though, right here on the display if you want it, if you were comfortable with those controls.
Sure.
Basically, we have a site cam looking overview of the site.
Yep.
This is the machine cameras, front, sides, rear. This is going to be your technology display for your 3D GPS, main machine display for all the technology and full functions of the machine.
Right.
Tracks just like you are in the cab if you wanted to move around.
Okay.
We're going to stay stationary today, just kind of dig in this little area.
Sure.
And then boom and bucket and stick and swing just like it is in the actual cab. Over here is your lockout, so we'll go ahead and okay, your live hydraulics.
Okay.
And you're good to go, my friend.
Perfect. So
this is a loose area over in here. Yeah, if we want to raise up, kind of swing back over in there. It gets really hard in those areas, so I would just stay in
over here?
Yep. A little more to your right.
Right, right around here.
Yeah, keep going like right there. Perfect. So basically, yeah,
There
so
we
it's
go.
really quick going
Yeah,
down.
it's
So
got. Okay,
we'll
interesting.
get it up. Now with your stick, with your left hand, go ahead and push out.
Yeah.
You want to
Okay.
get that stick out there. And then go ahead and curl in, get those bucket teeth parallel. Yep. And then I like to just stick in only.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Stick in and then help it with the boom as
Right.
needed. But your main priority is going to be stick once it's on the ground.
Okay.
Yep. Stick. So stick in only with this one.
Yep.
And then once it gets resistance, yep, just start.
Give her a little curl.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect. Good job.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you do get a little bit of, like the machine bounce, there's a little bit of latency. So what's the internet connection that you guys are using? Is it,
So this
like-
is basically, your local internet. Through
so it's like LTE, like 4G type of thing? Or?
On-site is local Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. And the latency gets less as closer you get to the actual site, right?
Right,
So
okay,
typically, the customer's going to be on site with the machine, with the station.
right.
The latency from here out of state is about 160 to 180 milliseconds.
Okay,
On site is going to be 60 to 80.
okay,
So it's really dialed in.
right. And what do you guys see? I mean, obviously you're hearing probably a lot from different operators, but what do you guys see as kind of some of the main solutions you're solving with this technology?
Right now, our number one application is going to be safety, right? Environmental hazards.
So removing the human element,
Yes.
so forest fires and that sort of thing?
Yep. Scaling high walls, ammunition.
Right. Did I just hear something?
Yeah. So we have a external microphone on the machine.
Okay.
So we can hear the engine RPMs, anything around on the machine going on, buckets banging, whatever it is.
Right.
And that's crucial to operating, right? We can still hear it, we can't feel it, but
Okay.
we can use visual cues to overcome that depth perception, and we can use that hearing, the audible, to hear the RPMs in the engine, hydraulic, all that.
Interesting. Very cool. Really, really cool. And are you guys looking at like integrating like something like Starlink for like remote
Yes.
relocations and that
Yes.
sort of thing?
Yep. So right now our main solution is Wi-Fi. We're venturing into LTE and satellite also.
Okay.
That'll
And-
be our next steps.
I just want to see how it is for just getting the teeth, like to do a bit of grading.
So with that being said, with the fine grading,
Yeah.
to overcome, the depth perception, the latency, all that, that's where we really utilize the 3D technology. So
Okay.
we can run full GPS, full autos from here to boost that production of, building a site
Right.
or a design.
Now, do you see a point where, you could pretty much plug a program to just say, okay, this is the area, there's nobody around, and it's got sensors and whatever, and just basically go to work and kind of dig, not fine grading or whatever, where you really need the human touch, but just like, big earth movement type of thing?
Yeah, for sure. So we can utilize the technology on the machine. We have 2D technology integrated into the standard machines.
Right.
With the 3D solution, we can actually get like an avoidance zone. This whole area has an avoidance zone around it.
Okay.
So the machine can't enter or exit without crossing through that avoidance zone.
Okay,
And in
okay.
the dozer, it'll actually stop the machine once it hits that. So there's a lot of safeguards built in also.
Yeah. And are you guys, I mean, I know you're on the construction side, but are they going to be integrating this type of tech into the ag side as well?
So that's the goal, right? So
Yeah.
we're looking into operator utilization to where one operator can manage multiple yards.
Oh, wow.
So we don't have an operator sitting in a loader for 4 hours not doing nothing.
Right.
When
You can
the
just
trucks
switch
show up,
machines.
we can jump right into it.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. So you could have 4 machines sitting out there and only one guy. And he's just doing what he needs to do, right? You could throw a skid steer out there or whatever. And
Yep.
okay, very
Good
cool.
Cleanup. Yep.
Awesome,
Exactly.
awesome. Yeah, this definitely feels like the future. Awesome. Thank you very much,
Thank
Matt.
you, my
Great to
friend.
meet you, man.
Great to meet
Thank you. There you go, guys. I just had the opportunity to run a 20-ton excavator in another state, fully remote with CAT command. It's so clear to me. This is the future. I mean, I was blown away when he said, listen, he's like, you can have a yard set up with a dozer, a skid steer, an excavator, and only one operator, and he's not in harm's way if there's smoke coming through from a forest fire or dust or whatever type of conditions that they're working in. Man, this is really, this is a game changer in the heavy equipment industry. Wow. I'm here at the Kubota booth and I'm standing in front of a fully autonomous, fully electric farm tractor. They've completely eliminated the operator canopy where you would normally have a cab that you would climb up into. Now all of that is gone and it's been replaced with autonomous compute processing software, hardware, as well as batteries and the electric powertrain. Now what's unique about this tractor is that it doesn't have just one engine up front like a traditional tractor would have. No, this has 4 independent motors, one powering each wheel. And so what that allows you to do is to use the powertrain to help steer the vehicle so you have increased maneuverability. Now, without an operator, that means that this tractor can go out and work in adverse conditions. So we're talking about smoke from wildfires. We're talking about where insects are a problem, or extreme heat, or extreme cold. Heck, this thing can go out and work at night because it's going to be programmed to do its work. They've got it set up here with the 3-point hitch. They've got a Land Pride cutting machine on the back, but of course anything can be attached to this particular machine. And again, it's just all programmed with software. The farmer will simply program in their headlands and it will operate and do its work within its parameters. But this is incredible to see. This is a window into the future. Right now, it's a concept, the Agri Concept 2.0 here at Kubota, but it's exciting to see what's coming in agriculture. Guys, I'm here at Kubota and I'm here with Nate Bernclon. Behind me is a fully autonomous agricultural sprayer. Nate's going to talk to us a little bit about Kubota's autonomy program here, so let's get into it.
Yeah, Josh,
Awesome.
this is our smart.
Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. It's our smart autonomous sprayer.
Yes.
So imagine you just acquired a pecan grove in Oklahoma. That's where we went and
Perfect.
tested this guy.
Okay.
And so every summer, you're the key man on that farm. It's a very important task. And those trees need to be sprayed maybe up to 14 times a year. And every time you've got to do that, even when it's 110 outside, you've got to put on a hazmat suit, you've got to put on a respirator, and you got to climb into the cab of your tractor and go out and spray it. And it's a really critical job because those trees, you're going to own those for decades. And you can't trust anybody else to do that for you. So what happens if it goes wrong? That's a bad day. And while you're out there spraying, that's stuff that you could be doing on the farm that you can't be doing. Well, what if we could automate that for you? What if we could give you a smart autonomous sprayer that has camera systems on it that's going to see the canopy, the shape of the trees. It's going to be able to see where those trees are and only apply the chemical where it's needed.
Oh,
so
really?
It's going to look at the tree, it's going to see the shape of the tree. You're going to be able to enter key data about what you're growing, what type of variety it is. It's going to be able to give you prescriptions about what you're going to mix, what type of chemicals you're going to put inside.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to see, is it safe for me to spray? Am I in compliance with my legal regulations?
Right.
The machine will be smart enough to know, oh, the wind speed is picked up. I need to stop. I need to wait. I can't proceed.
Yeah.
And then at the next best available opportunity, it can proceed. So these are the types of solutions that we're looking forward to in the future. So this particular one here is made for small orchards and vineyards primarily. Okay. You could do some large pecan groves in the future as we get more air capacity through it. This one's a 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steering. It's got a Kubota diesel engine in it for reliable power. It's got a proven spray system from one of our companies. We call them a partner company. We actually acquired them in 2016, Fede Sprayer out of Europe. So
really? Okay, so it's under the Kubota umbrella now?
Yeah, under the Kubota umbrella. So this is very proven technology on the mechanical side. We're working with our autonomy team to advance our autonomous solutions. We've released this in Europe, so you might see some YouTube videos on that.
Okay.
Not for full release, but we've debuted it there and launched it. So
now this unit here, is this like a production intent, or is this something that Kubota's actually building now?
No, this is production. This is a prototype. Working prototype, and so we're using this to test the waters.
Okay, amazing. And then as far as like controlling the unit, how is that done? Is that done on like an iPad through software?
Yeah,
controls of the machine?
Through an app. And so there's an application that people can go through. There's also a remote control for parking and driving it. If you want to move it around your property, you don't have to go and program a route or something like this. But yeah.
Very cool. And is Kubota using like some sort of connectivity? Like are you using something like Starlink, like a satellite-based GPS?
We have various connection solutions, and it really depends on the local geography and what signals are available, and also the cost point, because in certain areas, if we have to go satellite, that's going to be a higher cost point. If somebody has good LTE, maybe we could use that. So we're developing flexible solutions that work for what growers need.
Right. Okay. Very cool. And then as far as like this particular unit here, like what other autonomous kind of tractors and agricultural equipment is Kubota working on? Obviously, I don't want you to spill any secrets, but what can you speak to?
Yeah, and as you look around the booth here, you'll see many examples of that today. We're looking at autonomous rovers like our KATR that was an Innovation Award winner here at CES.
Yes, just watch the demo on that thing.
Yeah,
That
so it'll
thing's
go
wild.
over uneven terrain, and that gives us a platform where we can mount all kinds of autonomous attachments to it. So you could deploy that in your vineyard,
Right.
or in your specialty crop area, or in your work site as a construction operator to do various tasks. So we're really excited about that platform and using that as a launch pad for all types of different autonomy solutions for our customers in the future.
That's really, really cool. I mean, super exciting to see kind of where the industry's going. I've been hearing kind of through the tape that's been playing, speaking to, you know, kind of labor shortage and looking
Oh,
towards
absolutely.
technology
Yeah.
to kind of solve that when we're you know, approaching potentially kind of a food shortage. If there's not enough people to kind of grow the food, then we're going to run out of food. So what do we use? We're going to use autonomy and robots and this type of thing. So where's Kubota on that?
Well, Kubota's, we want to offer flexible solutions. We know labor is going to be tight, but if you look at our product portfolio here, even our autonomous tractor that we're showing here has a operator station in it. It's hidden. It actually pops up.
Oh, really?
And you can go in it because there's times when folks are going to want to drive a tractor. They might have a small task they don't want to program in an autonomous
Okay.
thing. You still want to have that ability to do that. So we believe humans are going to be a part of operations on farms and construction sites indefinitely. We think
Right.
that they're always going to be a challenge there. But we want to make that quality of work safer. We want to make it more fun for people to do.
Yeah.
We want to be able to take unskilled operators and maybe take them from a C level up to an A level through smart autonomy in terms of maybe just a portion of it, like perhaps features in an excavator. You know, in the future we can anticipate an excavator that would be able to assist people at the bottom of the trench to be able to keep it flat and level on grade, which, you know, a skilled operator can do with ease, but when you're first operating an excavator, it takes a little while to get to
Yes.
that skill level. So we want to think about those types of solutions so that when labor does become short and you don't have another choice but to put somebody in that seat that's willing,
Yeah.
that we know that they can still execute the job with confidence. So that's just one of the many ways that Kubota is approaching autonomy.
Incredible. So solutions through technology.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Nate, thank you very much for
Absolutely.
taking a few minutes
Thanks for
with us.
stopping by.
Wish you all the best. Yeah, it's exciting to see what Kubota is coming out with. So I'm inside the booth of SoundHound, and they're doing something unique. They're using interactive AI voice technology to connect your car to your favorite restaurant. It's going to enable you to simply order food while you're driving along if you want it for delivery to arrive at your home, or if you want it to be ready for when you pick up. So simple. They've actually got it on display here in the Lucid Air. They're running demonstrations as well as answering all the questions that people might have. But that's a pretty cool kind of idea, right? You can have your car order your favorite burger. We're in the Scout booth here at CES 2025. Behind me is the brand new, beautiful Aptera pickup truck. I'm so excited for this thing. Watch the launch online. Now finally get to see it in person. And over here behind me is the new Traveler SUV. Super exciting. Let's take a look at this beautiful design. I love it. It's got that futuristic, classic retro styling. Just a unique blend, beautiful paint glistening in the sun there. So excited for this vehicle, fully electric as well. Apparently they're gonna have some hybrid versions as well with some range extenders, but the core platform is electric. Super exciting to see. One of the things on the Terra that I'm very outspoken on X about is the 6-passenger availability. They're gonna have a bench seat in the front of this thing, so that's super exciting. That means I can bring my whole family along, which is super dope. Something that they kind of missed in some of the other electric trucks that hit the market here. So I am so pumped to finally see this thing. We're going to get some in-depth footage with the Terra and with the Traveler here coming up. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel both on YouTube and on X, because you're not going to want to miss my insights on these unique vehicles. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time on X, you'll know that I did something rather cheeky with Scout Motors just at the end of the year. You see, they were on X and they were not verified, so I made sure that I took care of that, and I gifted Scout Motors their X verification. So when you see that blue check mark on their X profile, that's thanks to yours truly. Well, that's it for CES 2025. It's been an incredible show, and I can't wait for 2026.